Welcome to the MilSpouse Coffee House Podcast, where military spouses are free to espresso themselves.
So they were just coming on for chit chat, and I don't have time for chit chat.
Yeah, it's like my life doesn't matter anymore. And I guess that's part of being a military spouse, is being in La La Land for a little while.
That is precisely how this goes.
Your podcast baristas Leslie and Britni have a latte on their minds.
Birds, if their babies ain't flying when they push them out of the nest, they don't go back for them.
Ooh, that's a good point.
We'll serve up some of the hottest topics in the military spouse community.
Kind of excited. I feel like I'm like a mature woman.
Yeah, you're a grown-up now. Sort of.
This is for all military spouses.
Even you.
You can sit with us.
Here are your hosts, Leslie and Britni.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a bonus episode of MilSpouse Coffee House. We are so excited.
Bonus.
Yes. Our hype lady
You're
over
supposed
here.
to keep going. I'm just the hype man in the background.
I know. Leslie and I are here today with Devin Drake with Boldly, and she's here to talk about Boldly and all things Boldly and all of that kind of good stuff. So, Devin, do you want to just jump in and introduce yourself, and let's just go. Let's see what Boldly's all about.
I've read in.
I would love to. Thank you so much for the introduction. It's great to be here. I'm a longtime listener, so it's really cool to meet you all in person.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I am the recruitment manager at Boldly. I'm also the military spouse advocate there, and I'm a military spouse myself. I like to tell people that I was born into the Army and then I married into the Marine Corps. So my dad retired and my husband's still active, and that's been my life. I don't know.
Gosh.
I don't know.
Yeah, my
anything
husband was
different.
Marine Corps also, so that's exciting.
That's cool. Yeah. It's a small world. I'm finding out that I ran into somebody, this is totally off track, but I ran into somebody the other day in Walmart that I haven't seen. We're in North Carolina. I haven't seen since Hawaii, and I had my face mask on, and they recognized me. And I'm like, how did you recognize me? We don't even know each other here. But so it's a small Marine Corps world and military space.
That's awesome.
You know, I kind of had an experience with that just yesterday. We went somewhere and we moved from here 8 years ago, and we've been gone for 8 years, and we moved back, and she was like, and I had my mask on, and she goes, I know you. And I'm thinking, I have gray hair now, you know, like I have a child now. How can you, this is so strange, but she recognized me just from like this, you know, just the top portion of my face. So
what y'all are saying is we can't actually hide behind the mask, because that's what I have been doing anytime I go in public, assuming no one knows me.
There is no hiding.
I don't put clothes on, like real clothes on. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You're not as in disguise as you think you are.
More dry shampoo, real pants.
Yeah. So anyway, I ran into her and we got to chatting, but I now work at Boldly, and I worked at Boldly in our last duty station. My husband has been in, I think this is his 6th or 7th duty station. We've been married the whole time, and I've always had to leave my job until I found Boldly at our last duty station. And we PCSed across the country in the middle of this pandemic in March. And I was able to keep my position with me. So Boldly, for those of you who are listeners who aren't familiar with us, we are a fully remote.
7 times.
Yeah. Let's tell you what we are. We are a fully remote organization, and we offer part-time W-2 positions that are fully remote, where you can continue to work and grow and build your career, but also have that work-life balance. And we support busy executives and entrepreneurs in our areas of expertise. We focus on 4 areas: executive assistance, marketing and social media, project management, and legal assistance.
That's so awesome. And all of it's part-time work?
It all starts off at part-time. Yep. And so we do have the opportunity to become full-time based on performance. And of course, if that's what you want to do, most of our team opts to remain part-time because it just provides a really nice work-life balance. Most of us are parents, and we're doing the homeschool thing and all of the other activities.
Yeah.
All the other military stuff. Yeah. So, and you work for Boldly, basically, because you are a W-2 employee. So you are.
I was going to say, that's a super big, like a very large point I would like to make, just as a 1099 contractor, having paid W-2s, having paid 1099s, like having a W-2 is great for a lot of people, a lot of spouses.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to deal with the taxes that come with being a contractor or anything like that.
Yes, it's really nice. It's one of the biggest benefits I think that we offer. I've done the 1099 thing too, and it's just so much easier when you're a W-2 employee. And not only that, we also have, we receive paid time off for part-time work. And I don't know any other company, there may be some out there that I don't know of that lets you accumulate paid time off and paid holidays for working part-time. So that's another really cool
That
added
is nice.
I've never heard of that for part-time. Even when I've managed, different teams and they've been part-time, they don't get those benefits. So that's really incredible. That's really
PTO.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get 8 paid holidays and 10 days of paid time off.
That's great. So I feel like I'm like super glowing here. Let me turn this
You
down.
are glowing.
No, I'm like,
You are that.
need to turn this down a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. So I wanted to ask, how do you get signed up to be on? Do you have to be recruited or do you have to interview? What is that process like?
Yeah, so we have an application process that's just like if you would apply to any other job. You can go to our website, boldly.com/jobs, and we actually have a dedicated military spouse page that you can go to when you're there. And you can apply directly through our website. And the way that it works is we have 3 interview stages that you go through. And if you make it through, then we connect you with our team, and you're connected with what we call a team leader. That's the person that supports you and guides you all along the way. And then we give you opportunities to work with clients as the time comes. And we do a matching process. So it's almost like a little bit of a match.com, but for businesses.
Okay.
So we match you up. Yeah, it's really neat. We have a whole team that is responsible for understanding all of the skills that our team members have. And then when we have a client come on board, we work to match one of our team members with that client based on their skills and talents.
That's perfect. So I guess you come on as a team member, not specific to what is your title? I guess, are there different job titles that you're applying for, or do you just get in as like a project manager or assistant or what does that look like?
Yeah, so overarching, we're all business support specialists, but we have 4 different roles that we perform. So it would be the executive assistant, the marketing and social media specialist, the project manager, or the legal assistant. And because our team is so talented, it's pretty common for our team members to fulfill more than one role. So we may have an executive assistant who can also do project management work, for example.
Okay. So when you apply, do you have to specify, do you have to be one category when you apply for the position, or could you be multiple?
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Is do you hang out in like a pool, and then there's all these people with these skills, and then that one person's like, I need 5, 6, 7, 8 over there. That's you hired.
Yeah, so
I don't know if that's what I'm picturing in my mind.
Over here, now we want you. So the way it works is we have an application form that's online where you can click which positions you're interested in. So if you click that you're interested in all 4 and you interview and you're hired for all 4, you could theoretically perform all 4 positions. Most people just perform 1 or 2. A couple people may choose to perform 3, just depending on their background. So you all get put into it all funnels into one space. So all the applications funnel into one space, and from there our applications coordinator screens everyone, and then we go through the interview process. And once you're onboarded, then it's just like you're a member of any other team. We have activities and games and fun things that we do to build our team as a unit at Boldly, and then you will be given opportunities to connect with clients. And if you match up with a client and you begin to support them, then you would support them on an ongoing basis. So Boldly essentially is the one that you belong to, but you also have multiple clients that you support at the same time. So it really is cool in that you have a diverse work space where you can learn different skills and learn about different businesses and industries and things like that.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like clients, you can have like one client here, one client there in different industries. If you're executive, you can kind of do all the things that you want to do, discover new things. If you're just assisting, I just think it's a really great way to build skills in a portfolio too.
It is really cool. So before our team, we like to promote from within. So before I was the recruitment manager, I was a business support specialist, and I had 3 clients at one time, and they were all in different industries. So one of them was in life coaching, one of them was in cybersecurity, and one of them was in interior design. So completely different.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it really was fun. And you got to learn a whole lot of different tools and, based on what the business was using. So I enjoyed it.
So what did you get to do, like you have three so different, like your clients are so different. So for example, what did you do for each of those companies?
Yeah. So for the interior designer, I was doing project management, and for the cybersecurity, I was a marketing specialist, and for the life coach school, I was also a marketing specialist.
That's so cool. So you could do all kind. I mean, you really could nail down on the skills that you're really good at, and be able to practice. So that's really neat. And what do you have, like, if you're a project manager, because I am a project manager, that is my job title right now. I don't have the certification though. Like, I'm not a certified project manager. So do you have to be certified?
Not at all. You don't have to be certified, but we do require 7 years of experience. So the experience is key for us, but not the certification. We just want to make sure that you have the skills and abilities to perform the functions of the position. Because once you're hired and onboarded, we provide training in how to get you started working remotely and how to utilize our systems, but we don't train you on how to do the actual specific workings of a project manager. You should already know how to do that. You'll have training on the company that you work for and any tools they want you to use, but you should know how to do project management work coming in.
Okay. All right. Very cool. And is there any sort of training, I guess, that you just said that you don't offer it, but is there any that you recommend, or do you partner with a program or anything like that?
Oh yeah, this is a great question. And I actually recommend this for anyone who's looking to go into the remote space and work remotely. There's a couple of online programs that most businesses use, not all of them, but most of them are using Slack, most of them are using Asana, and most of them are using LastPass. Those three right there, you can create free accounts with all of those and just familiarize yourself with them. And then it also helps when you get ready to do an interview that you have that you can speak of. You can say that you're familiar with LastPass, that you've used it, and you have that extra skill set that you might not have gotten otherwise.
That's awesome. That's
yeah,
really
because
good
I've never even heard of LastPass.
I haven't either. I don't know what LastPass is, so I'll definitely I'm going to write that down because I have not heard of it.
LastPass is great. It's a password sharing application. So you could, like Leslie, you could create a password to y'all's, I don't know, Facebook account and send it to Britni, and it would be secure. And you can also use it for your home. So like if you have a husband who forgets passwords like mine, you can, it holds all your passwords.
I'm the husband.
You're the husband.
I know. Leslie never knows any. I'm like,
I know. Britni, we need this, because I'm always like, Britni, what's the password? Britni, what's the password?
I just always have her click the forgot password, because you know what? I forget the passwords too, because you have to change them every once in a while. And I'm like, I don't remember. So we end up changing our passwords like 18 different times.
So much.
That's a really good point.
Yep. So Leslie has homework. She needs it.
Yeah,
I do. That is cool though. And keeping it secure, because sometimes when I do have like VAs, I do get a little weary of sending out the password to everything.
Yeah.
Just like via email, text message. I mean,
yeah, that's a really good tip. So what else should we know about Boldly? Where should we go to sign up? Where can we find more information about the program for military spouses?
Yeah, so our military spouse page is boldly.com/milso-jobs. And that's our dedicated military spouse page. You can also get there just by going to the boldly.com page and then going to the careers page, and our military spouse page is linked there as well.
Great.
And you can see videos of our team and how we work in the remote space, because we all work all over. It's really cool. Our team is so connected. We have just built a team I can't even put into words how connected we are. Before working at Boldly, I've always worked in an office, and I've never felt as close to my team as I have here at Boldly. Yet I've never met any of them in person.
Right.
We meet via Zoom, and but we get to become really close because we celebrate everything. We keep it human. We're always celebrating things like birthdays and anniversaries and baby showers. We had a virtual Easter egg hunt. If there's a holiday, we celebrate it, basically.
That's so fun. I love that.
it is real to have that culture that wants, like you said, humanize everything. It's so important, because even brick and mortars, even when you're in an office, they don't necessarily do those things either.
Right.
They don't. And you get caught up with doing the work and you forget to connect on a human level. But I think a lot of people are learning now, especially as so many are going remotely, how important that component is to your company culture. And so we try to really hard to build that. We do company newsletters, and we do games and prizes and fundraisers and all kinds of fun things to connect our team. We have a water cooler where we can go on there and share pictures and videos and things of our family and our animals.
Oh, that's fun. A virtual water cooler. That's really,
yeah, that is great.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's very evident that you love what you do, just in the way that you're talking about this and sharing information. And that's really important about work, is really enjoying what you do. So it sounds like it's a really great opportunity. Now, is Boldly always hiring, or what does that look like?
Yes, we're always hiring. We have a wait list for clients, so we're always looking to bring on new team members. So our positions, you'll see them always listed. And the reason you probably see that I'm just so passionate about it is because I feel like, as a military spouse who has left her job over and over and over again, working on base for military organizations, but still having to leave my job, to find a company that values the military spouse more than I've ever felt valued is just incredible. You know, to a civilian organization that actively seeks out military spouses because they recognize how valuable we are, and that we have all of these soft skills that are really important in the workforce. We are dependable and reliable, and we're self-starters, and all of these small little things really make the perfect person for remote work. And so I am passionate about Boldly. I think that it's just such a win-win for the military spouse and for Boldly, because as a military spouse, it stinks when you have to move every few years and leave your position.
Yeah.
We all know about that all too well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious, because it is a civilian organization, and it was founded by, and I looked at the website briefly, but how did she know to reach out to military spouses? Like, what was that original bridge? Do you know that story?
Yeah, so it's actually really cool. We've been around since 2012, and she hired her first military spouse not long after she started that company. And just the work ethic that came behind the military spouse that she hired. And then she hired another one. And then she realized, oh, there's a pattern here. Mm-hmm. These people are both military spouses. And that's when they really started looking in the military spouse space. And in addition to the fact that we had all of these great skills, they realized that we were also, Boldly was a really good fit for the spouse, because they could take their job with them wherever they were stationed, essentially. Mm-hmm. And now we've grown our team. Last year, 39% of our new hires were military spouses.
That's so awesome.
Oh, that is great.
And if you look at our team as a whole, we have about a quarter of us are military spouses. We have over 100 people on our team. We're a small business. And our leadership team, so all of our managers and directors, 60% of us are military spouses.
That's so great. I love that. That's so great. And I know that I had been in touch with someone at Boldly a couple of years ago, and it was called something else.
Oh yeah, we rebranded. I think it was a year and a half ago.
Okay.
It's been about, we rebranded. We used to be Worldwide 101.
Yes.
And we rebranded just because we've been growing so much. We thought it was time to do that. And we're still the same company, a little better. You know, we get better every year as most companies do, a little bigger, but still here, still that same organization.
Well, it's been great to see you guys grow and to learn more about the organization. It seems like a really incredible company to be a part of. And I encourage all of our listeners to apply. You know, we all are looking for jobs at some point, and we've all been through that struggle. So apply for the job.
Yeah.
We'll share the
and
link.
having part-time, especially right now, I mean, I know my kid is at home with distance learning. Devin, happen.
I have a feeling it's going to last longer than we think it's going to.
That's kind of where we're at too. I mean, we're in Florida, and there's all, I don't know if it's getting any better, because we like to go do things.
Yeah. Florida likes to go to the beach.
Listen, the beaches, I feel like the beach is safe. It's hot. I don't know. I'm not a coronavirus expert.
No.
But yeah.
Well, we are almost out of time, but Devin, is there anything else that we need to know about Boldly before we go?
I would just leave you with a couple tips. If you are thinking about applying, make sure that your LinkedIn account is updated, because that is one of the first things we look at you're going to put a lot of time and effort into your resume, you might want to make sure that your LinkedIn account has all of the same information as your resume. And then if you're called for a video interview, I would recommend that you make sure you set your space up for a video interview, because a lot of times we interview people and we can't see them because they don't have the correct lighting, or the background is really busy, or the kids are crawling all over them, or the dogs are barking. So remember that it's a professional interview, and this goes for any remote job that you may be applying for right now.
Absolutely. Those are great tips. Great tips.
Super easy to overlook too.
Okay, and one more time, the Boldly website, we'll drop a link as well, but just one more time for them to go to is what?
Okay, so I'm going to send you directly to the dedicated military spouse page, which is boldly.com/milso-jobs.
Got it. Thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate this.
Yeah, we love this information, and we love to share jobs with our listeners. So this has been great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for inviting me to come on board.
Of course. Thank you for joining us today on MilSpouse Coffee House Podcast. If you're interested in a bonus episode for your business, please reach out to us at hello@milspousecoffeehouse.com. And as always, thanks for listening.